What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with another update, some breaking news to bring to you, and we all knew this day was coming, as Fabrizio Romano has confirmed and also backed up by Dan Kilpatrick as well. Man City have made an official proposal to Tottenham for Harry Kane, £100 million guaranteed plus availability to include players in the deal. Tottenham have no intention to accept the bid, but Kane wants to go. Levy will try and keep him. Sterling, Laporte, Jesus will be among the potential players to be discussed as part of the negotiations.
Yeah. I think that's quite a significant opening bid, because I would have thought Man City's opening bid would be around like the £80 million mark, but they've already guaranteed £100 million, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I think that's quite significant. It sounds like what you said there, Romano said that Spurs are not interested in this deal whatsoever, and we want a straight cash deal. But if it is £100 million plus Jesus, I don't know what the deal could be, but if Jesus, Sterling, or Laporte are plus £100 million, I mean that's something you got to look at least.
I would be very interested in £100 million plus Laporte, but the thing is, it's another thing trying to convince these players to come to Tottenham. I mean, it's not exactly like you do the deal and like the player will just happily go over to Tottenham, because it's not going to be like that.
No. With having said that, Sterling supposedly not happy with his playing time at Man City, so maybe he would be more willing to come to Tottenham right now and be one of the main men in a front three. I mean, it's still a tall order, a big ask, but it is definitely an interesting bid, and I think Spurs are right to play the long game a bit and not show their hand too early. And I think we all know as well, Kane, he's in Euros mode, as they say, and I don't think anything's going to happen until after the Euros in terms of any signing on the dotted line or anything like that. Any confirmation not going to happen until after. So I think anything up until then is just he said, she said. But I don't think that's that. Like, I see people on Twitter saying it's a derisory offer or it's like a really bad offer. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad.
Like I said, out of those three players, Laporte would be 100% top of the list for me. Then probably Sterling, then probably Gabriel. But I think if it is Gabriel, I think there needs to be a few more pounds added onto that, to the fee.
Definitely. I still think even if it's Laporte, there has to be a few more pounds added on, or even if it's Sterling.
I think Laporte is a £50 million defender. I do believe that. And I think that Laporte, just because of the position we need centre-back, and we're not going to be signing anyone better than Laporte in the open market. Mm-hmm. So I think that £100 million plus Laporte would actually be a good offer.
Well, technically, Sterling's like a £60 million player, isn't he? So that's like £160 million. In essence, that bid as well.
I'll take the Sterling one as well, but Sterling obviously hasn't had the greatest year.
No, but it's off the back of two very good years as well. So I know he hasn't had the best year, but I wouldn't write him off just after that.
No, I'm not saying I'd write him off. I'd say I'll still take it.
Yeah,
I'll still take it. The Gabriel one, probably not. But the other two, I think would be viable options. I really do. Yeah,
and at the moment, I think we're going to have a very, very, very hard time convincing Kane that Spurs have a good project or on the right path. So I do think it does seem to be getting to a stage where we might have to really consider what we get for Kane, because I think it's going to be very difficult, even with the 3 years on his deal. With what offers are coming in, if we're going to get offers like that, it's going to be very hard for Spurs to turn that away and not consider it.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he does kind of if he is forced to stay kind of for the next year, what kind of offers we get next summer. Do we get offers of the same ilk?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think it'll be like 80 plus a player, something like that?
Yeah.
So you're only losing like 20 million keeping him for a year?
I mean, obviously, it depends how he has. If he has another injury, then it could drop even further. But I do think, you don't lose too much value, I think, keeping him for another year. But it's a difficult one, because if he really is so desperate to leave and we're getting very good offers, then it could help us, I guess, rather than keeping a player who doesn't really want to be there. Maybe it can help us getting a really good offer and then start that rebuild. Not that I want him to leave by any stretch. I'm just, thinking on the other side of the coin as well. I think I wonder what you think if Levy was to just say, I don't want any players involved, I just want straight cash, do you think that would be a better move?
No. Well, it depends what kind of quality of play you can get from City to join Tottenham. That's what it all comes down to at the end of the day. And like I said, if we can convince someone like Laporte to join us, like you can't get a better centre back in the market.
Yeah.
You just can't. So I think that'll be a no-brainer to take someone like that in the deal. But if it's a Gabriel, then I'd probably like to take the cash, to be honest.
Would you? I know the whole thing with Gabriel Jesus is like people say, "Oh, no, they don't want him. He's rubbish and stuff." But it's like any striker we get is just going to be underwhelming compared to Kane, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's the worry as well. So I actually don't think Gabriel Jesus I know is a bad player and would be a bad option to come in. Not as maybe our main striker, but definitely as one of the strikers coming in to replace Kane, because you're going to need more than one. Unfortunately, that's the reality. So I wouldn't like if it's like 130 or 120 million plus Jesus. It's not like the worst deal in the world.
130 million plus Jesus. That would mean what we're spending 20 million on him, and I think that'd be a good deal. If we're going to be spending something like in excess of 40 million for him, then no thanks.
Yeah, I think we can get better. We can definitely get better out there. I agree with that. But you got to think he's also young, and maybe if he was at a team like Spurs where he's the main man, it could bring maybe a better performance out of him.
Yeah, but he's at a team like City where he's getting chances put on a plate for him week in, week out, whenever he's on the pitch.
True.
You got to say that. If Harry Kane goes to Man City, you're expecting him to hit like record numbers in terms of goals within the season. You're expecting him to hit 35, even 40 goals in a season. Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be beyond all realms of possibilities. And you're talking about Gabriel Jesus making the opposite move. Mm-hmm. So, not for me.
What do you think of them making a bid during the Euros, knowing that Kane has already said he doesn't want his future sorted out until after? Maybe are they trying to... They think maybe now is a good time to try and unsettle him while he's away from the Spurs camp and with some of the boys from Man City in the squad and stuff like that.
I'm not sure if that. Well, maybe that people from the Man City squad could get in his ear, but some of the Man City squad are rumoured to be taking his place at Tottenham. So I don't know about that, but I think it's just Man City really want him. All the reports coming out saying how they're desperate for him. So they're just making their move early, and they know working with Daniel Levy is going to rumble on for a long time. So why not start earlier than opposed to starting after the Euros?
I reckon it could be a move to kind of unsettle him a bit.
I mean, any move is going to try and unsettle him.
I know, but while he's away
I think they know he's unsettled already. They know he's unsettled.
But I think while he's away with the England camp, and he's got Stones there, you got Walker there, you got Sterling there. I think I think they're trying to get in his ear, and they're going to
get in his ear whether the bid comes in or not. I mean,
I know, but it's an extra bit of pressure. I think while he's away, that's how I feel. That's how I see it. I think it's a bit of a, bit of a dirty move.
Look, I think Harry Kane is he's got his eyes set on City whether the bid coming in or not, and Man City know that. Man City knows Harry Kane is desperate for that move. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Maybe it is an attempt, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm just thinking what the timing of the move is interesting. Like, why now in the middle of the Euros?
And the timing of the Kane comments before the end of the season were interesting as well.
Yeah.
So look, there you have it. That's the kind of breaking news today. But I don't think that this move is going to get done anytime soon. This is going to rumble on. When Tottenham play Man City first game of the season, Harry Kane will be a Tottenham player. I genuinely believe that. And I think that this is going to rumble on all the way till the last embers of the transfer window.
We know how Levy likes to operate, don't we?
Yeah.
He's going to try and squeeze every single penny out of Man City. So this is going to go right down to the wire, I assume.
Completely agree. But let us know in the comment section below, would you take 100 million plus either one of Sterling, Laporte or Gabriel? Let me know in the comment section below. Or would you prefer 150 million straight up cash for Harry Kane? Obviously, we all know we don't want Harry Kane to leave, but the guy is desperate to leave Tottenham to move on with his career. And obviously the best team in the country, potentially Europe, Man City, very much interested in taking him, or desperate to take him, let's say. Just two or more quick things. Ed Aarons of The Guardian saying, talking about Lucien Favre, saying Crystal Palace have held talks with him, but the former Dortmund manager has other offers and interest, including interest and offers from the Premier League. Do you reckon that's from Tottenham? Do you reckon that could be Everton?
Yeah, Everton sounds
Why
more
not
likely.
Tottenham?
I just don't think it'll be Tottenham. I don't think he's the. We're interested in him. I don't think.
Why not?
Why would we be?
Why wouldn't we be? We're interested in every manager under the sun.
True. I know, but I don't know. We haven't been linked with him. It just doesn't sound like that we're going to be. He didn't. How well did he do at Dortmund? I don't think he did that well at Dortmund, did he?
No, but the kind of we were trying to get Gattuso, and Gattuso was nearly through the door, and he hasn't done well anywhere.
He did well at Napoli.
Yeah, okay, he done well in Napoli. Favre also won a cup at Dortmund. I think that we saw the update this morning that we want to go for a manager that hasn't been talked about yet, and he hasn't been talked about yet.
True. So maybe it is Spurs, but I would be surprised if we go for him.
Me as well. And
but you know what? Knowing this board, you can't rule anything out.
that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Can't rule anything out of this board.
And last but not least, Tutto Sport are claiming that Tottenham director Fabio Paratici is prepared to battle for Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic.
Yeah, he did. He had a great year, didn't he?
Do you know much about him?
Yeah, he's a big, tall striker. He had a very good year for Fiorentina this season in Serie A. Scored a lot of goals, and he's young as well. I think he's like 23. So he's definitely an up-and-coming star. So I think he's definitely one to keep your eye on. But again, we don't have a bloody manager, so I can't stand these transfer rumours when we have no manager. So it doesn't make sense to me.
It's very true. But anyway, that is the update. That is the breaking news for today. Man City have made an official proposal to Tottenham for Harry Kane, which is 100 million plus the potential of players as well coming in the other direction. One of Laporte, Sterling or Gabriel. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.